Well, there's this constant, like, we're wanting to capture this with the mind.
But what else is happening? Because that's not constant. That appears, and then it drops, and it appears, and then it drops.
What else is happening? It's just being very happy to be here.
So can you find a separation between yourself and this happiness? When you say, I am happy, which is what we normally say, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
But rather than just continuing that, if you just stop for a moment and see, where is this I who is happy? Is there a separation between I and happy? Really?
I don't think so. I think it feels like that's just it.
Yes, that's right. This is the easy one. I am happy. The more difficult, more challenging one is I am sad.
Uh-huh.
I am angry.
Uh-huh.
I am despairing. I'm unenlightened. I'm confused. I'm doubtful. If you stop making the separation between I and this state, I'm unpeaceful. If you just, as you just saw, that this I is not a pinpoint. So in that moment it is just not peacefulness. And you let it be that, and you be that fully. Like right now, can you fully be unpeaceful?
God, that's a tough one.
Yes, you do have to work at it. But for the purposes of our experiment,
All right, let me see.
What do I need to say to you to make you be unpeaceful, just so we can experiment?
Well, you could tell me I'm unenlightened, I suppose.
You are unenlightened.
God, I know.
Right. So, I am unenlightened. Now, when you are I am enlightened, you can see enlightenment is who I am. But unenlightened, well, that doesn't feel so good, so I don't want to be that. I want to get back to I am enlightened. It doesn't work because you are overlooking I am unenlightened. Fully, completely be who you are in this instant, absolutely unenlightened. Completely unenlightened. Totally unenlightened. What's the experience? What do you experience?
Well, that's okay too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So one feels really good,
Uh-huh.
and we're happy to identify ourselves as that.
Right.
But that's an identification, and it's a feeling, or an insight, an experience. An experience has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It appeared and it will disappear. The good ones too. So in an infantile kind of way, we want the good ones to not disappear. It's kind of like a Santa Claus or something. We want never to feel bad again. But that's not wanting the totality of ourselves. It's fascist, actually. It's a kind of spiritual fascism, where the ugly feelings are to be sent off into some camp or death march, never to return. Only the pure feelings will be here. Only the radiant feelings. So this is what Hitler said. That's what Hitler was doing. He was bringing the new age and purifying and all the other great fascists. But that fascism lives in the human mind. So in this willingness to meet this unenlightened without sending it away, without saying, no, I don't want to be you, but saying, yes, okay, yes, you too. Then unenlightenment, the ugly, the unwanted, the hated, get to come to the satsang that is consciousness, and the totality of being, rather than some superficial idea of what's good to be. The totality of being, the totality of the universe. Not just your tribe, not just your family, not just your political party, not just your nation, not just your subculture, not just your good side, not just your angelic side. The totality of being is met. Then this trance of imagining yourself as a pinpoint in space is broken. And you recognize you are everywhere, in everything, in everybody, in every emotion. And all that's required is to stop fighting it within you. Even stop fighting the fight, if there's a fight. That's the stopping. All of our strategies and our learnings are to get away from what we don't want and to keep what we do want. But we see over time, over maturity, over evolution, it doesn't work. What we don't want comes to haunt us. What we want leaves us. So in that seeing, there's a disillusionment. And in that disillusionment, there's a possibility to examine what has not been examined before. This assumption that I am this pinpoint that bounces from peace to unpeace, from enlightenment to unenlightenment. And when that goes unexamined, the bouncing continues. When it is examined fully, completely, this is truly inquiry into what is real. And this examination is natural to you. You have learned to not examine it. Maybe just learned it as a species. To go for what is pleasurable, to avoid the pain. That definitely has its place. It's definitely appropriate. But when you are concerned with the truth of who you are, it is inappropriate. There is a moment where there must be all stopping, regardless of the pain, regardless of the feeling of worthlessness or unenlightenment or stupidity or whatever it might be, whatever has been hated, the insanity, the dark, the evil, to just stop and actually meet it as yourself, to open the door of your heart so that this can be recognized. To open the concentration camp, to liberate the ideas of yourself. That's all that needs liberating. There's no self to be liberated. There's only the self that is beyond liberation. It could never be bound. But your ideas of yourself, these can be liberated. These can be set free. And they are naturally set free when they are met. And the meeting occurs in the stillness, in the silence, in the heart. Now, here.